Hello again, everybody. Today's the 23rd of February, 2020. Welcome back to part 3 of my Mainline scenery project. The month of January that I was just running trains, I really got tired of looking at the blue-green foam and the voids going around everything. And another thing too, I've been working on this thing for a year. I don't work anymore. I thought I should have had a lot more done, so I'm on a mission to play a little catch up here. And after I get done with this scenery, I'm going to go back and work on the quarry. I got some heavy equipment that I'll review here in the following video. But anyway, enjoy part 3 of my Mainline scenery project. I did a couple of test sections before I did any recording, just so I could get my routine down and the colors I'm going to use. Alright, first I take a wet brush, this one I use to spread glue with also, and just kind of go over the surface just a little bit, get it damp. Helps the glue spread just a little bit. Then we got some Aleene's tacky glue here. And we'll squirt out a bunch of that around. Take our wet brush again and just start moving it around. And I like to use a little bit smaller brush to come back and get along the edge. I want to paint just a little bit over the ballast. I want that earth to take, or the scenery to stick just to the edge of the ballast. So I put it all nice and thick there. Nice and thick on the edge right there. And come back and get this, because your brush always gets scenery in it. Ground cover when you rub them together here. And I just kind of wipe off that globbage there and stick the brush back in the water. And then I take some, this is burnt grass, fine, and I just start sprinkling it around a little bit here. A little more down towards the bottom. And next I take some blended earth and kind of sprinkle some of that around, because I'm doing kind of a fall scenery, so this works out pretty nice for fall ground cover. I'll have some trees up here too eventually, which I'll take some trees out and put some over here just to see what it looks like, because it's probably going to look pretty cool. And next I'll take some more burnt grass. This is coarse, and just kind of come back through and just kind of start dabbing that on there. Sticks to your fingers, but You learn to kind of how to pinch it off and everything. Just kind of push it down in. Kind of doing this real quick too. Now I still have to do the back side of this, so I'm not really worried about that edge. I still got plaster to put up in there, and when I come back and do the quarry here, which that's going to be coming up. After I get some of this scenery done here, we're going to go down into the quarry and start working on that some more. Alright, that's enough of that. Next we'll take some, this is, who is that? It's Flock and Turf. It's the Alpine Meadow, but I've sifted out to where just the fine, or the clumps are left in it. And I'll take some of those and kind of sprinkle some of those around. Not too much of the green, but just a little bit to give it definition. And next, this is the fines that were, oh, this is the highball regular green. Sorry about that. This is the highball regular green. And I just kind of come back, and where there is still exposed glue, I kind of put some of this around. You can start probably seeing some of the color change in it now, also by adding these green colors. And next, this is the fines that are sifted out of the Alpine Meadow Flock and Turf. It's basically static grass and some fine like burnt grass and some green grass, but this works pretty good too. Sprinkle some of that around, and alright. Next I've got some of the fines I sifted out of Flock and Turf farm pasture. This is kind of dark, so just kind of sporadically place some of this around. This adds a nice contrast to the darker and the lighter colors. You got to combine your colors to give it depth. Makes it a little bit more interesting rather than one just solid color. I'll come back after I get this done here and give everything a bit of a wash with 91% alcohol in the water, and then put the glue on it and get it all stuck down. Right now I'm just using thick white glue, and I come back through and kind of pat it down too at times, and just a little bit. And next I've got some Woodland Scenics. It's the flocking, it's the burnt grass. It's just a kind of a tan color. And again, just kind of sprinkle some of this around just a little bit, just to give it definition. A little thick there. Just to give it a little bit of a fall scene. When everything's kind of burning, you know, everything's dying off, it's fall. But there's still some of those plants that stay green. And next I've got, this is Flock and Turf Noch Scenery. This is just flocking Noch Scenery pasture. It's static grass. It's a darker green. And I come back and I put that down at the bottom so that it gives it a kind of a whole definition. And finally I got a little bit of some yellow grass fine and give that just a little bit of a sprinkle around. And it looks like I need a little bit more burnt grass clumps in here. And then finally I take a brush and get right along the edge there, cleaning off the ballast, making sure there's no clumps left, because when you go soaking everything and start gluing everything, it'll start soaking into some of this ballast a little bit too, and you don't want your ground cover to be part of your roadbed of your ballasting. So you have some sticking out on the edges and things like that, you know, where it's growing over, but just be careful when you go gluing. It looks like it needs a little bit more clumpy green as well. That's basically it.